everyone, this is Maggie, and today I bring you another sketchbook tour. It's the second time I'm filming this because I forgot to censor out a bunch of stuff, but hopefully YouTube will not kick my ass for this one. So this is sketchbook number 35. I lovingly call them the brick for extremely obvious reasons, if you can see it. There's not a lot going on. I mean, there is a lot going on in the cover, but like, I think the only artist stickers I got are these 4, and I'll put their ads on screen so you can go check them out. Okay, I don't want to take too long on this, so let's get started. So, usual sketchbook opening for me, just a warning for not safe for material, such as spicy stuff, nudity, blood, gore, all lovely stuff. This sticker is from a local tattoo shop, but these 2 are from artists that I got at conventions, so again, ads on screen, and let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna flip through these real quick. As you can see here, something happened. Practically, these pages were from another sketchbook that I had that I quickly regretted buying, but you know, I was already drawing in there a bunch, so I tried cutting all those pages out and just making a tiny sign, putting them here. Wait, hold on, you're not gonna be able to see this, but there's like a whole guy in here. It's really cool. Yeah. And these are practically pages from another sketchbook that I quickly gave up on, and I just glued them here because I didn't want to leave them out. You're going to be seeing a lot of these too, so get ready. Okay, and this is where the actual sketchbook starts. A lot of trash, Harley Quinn keychain I found on the floor, Pokemon cards someone gave me, old bendy OCs because we still do that sometimes. You know what this is, I'm not gonna say it. Just goofy OC interactions. You're gonna see them a lot again. Gary is mine, and Schmuck is from this lovely friend of mine who I love so much. If you're watching this, hi! So yeah, you're gonna see these 2 a lot. So get ready for that. Again, Steve, this is Steve. He also belongs to the other person. Again, you're gonna see them a lot because I ship them. I am extremely pathetic like that. But it is what it is. Just a bunch of doodles with stickers and washi tape, and you're gonna see a lot of receipts here because I just started doing that as well. Trash pages. I think Art Fight. I started talking about Art Fight with a friend of mine, and it was my first year participating, which was really fun. I had a blast. Also, there were Silent Hill news coming out about this time, and I was super hyped because Silent Hill is one of my favorite franchises ever, and I haven't seen any projects for them in a while, so just out of the blue, we got 5 games announced and everything, and it was just so much fun. I was so hyped. This was the last day of May, and then I remembered Mermaid was a thing, so I threw something together really quickly. This is my OC Gary as a manta ray because it absolutely works with him, and this is it's still Gary, but it's the human version. It's practically a whole character by himself now. And Steve, I drew Steve as those little deep sea octopuses. There's this tiny cuttlefish, and he looks so cute. I mean, look at him. Oh my god. Ah. More trash pages. Wasn't really sure what I was doing at this time. Just a bunch of stickers. Oh, I was trying to get rid of all these gamer stickers, and when I did clean out the whole sheet, I just glued the rest here. Doodles, trash from that day. This was my last day in college. I finished. Yes, I graduated. And a friend of mine was giving away stickers they had made and printed. So this is the same person who did the Sonic sticker on the cover. And we went out to celebrate, to eat ramen and go to a local merch store. It was just a nice ending to that phase of my life. Trying out glittery watercolors because I never had ones, and I bought my first set and they absolutely sucked. It was such a disappointment. None of the glitter lifted up from the actual watercolors, and then they dried up and they were extremely sticky, which is gross, so I had to fucking cover this whole page with a little plastic thing, which sucks. Doodles, because he's pretty. Again, I didn't want completely erase the watercolors and throw them in the trash, so I did try to draw one of my characters. This is Perp. She's a centipede with beans, and this is also laminated. The whole page is laminated, but I decided to glue some stickers on top and complement the page, and I think it turned out really cute. I think as long as I laminate the pages after doing the watercolors, it should be fine. Kind of empty page, disappointing. Gary and Schmuck as characters from My Little Pony, because yes. More characters. Also, I'm assuming most people who find this know me from socials. If you don't, I'm still in the middle of my Deltarune phase. I'm really sorry. A lot of these are just like Spamtum variants. But if you know the fandom, you know what's going on. This is mine, this is Gary, this is Tony from another great friend of mine. And I used to ship them a lot when I was younger. Like 2 years ago. I decided to draw them again because I just had a bunch of stickers and printed art that person made for me. So it's here. This was during a convention me and a friend of mine went to. It was really, really far away, so we went there by car. It was like a 2-hour trip, but it was an amazing time. I had such a blast. And they were such a G. They printed, like, some of my drawings as stickers and gave it to me. I'm like, dog, that is so nice! And I just glued them here immediately, and it was just really nice. These were some people I met at the convention who signed my sketchbook, because I like telling people to sign my sketchbook, because I think it's a great, cool, like, way to visualize the art community, at least where I'm from. Just a bunch of doodles. This is Ben. He's a baby boy. And I just found a lot of these, like, football stickers, or, like, collectible stickers, and, like, this noodles thing. So, since everything kind of had the same color palette, I just glued them all down here, and then I drew Ben on top, and I glued it here as well. Black and white pages, we don't do these very often. These two are Absalom, they're a character of mine, that kind of like two designs, they separated. One of them is still stuck in the Deltarune phase, the other one is like a fully fledged OC. Steve and Gary, because they're lovely. More Steve and Gary, but I wanted to draw them like a little older, because I love old men yaoi, but we had to make them older. Because I said so, and they're really cute. I mean, just look at this. This was around Pride Month. Bunch of raccoon pride stickers I got from this person, who's also a good friend of mine. New washi tape I wanted to swatch. This was a sticker I had in another sketchbook that I peeled out and put here because I would rather have it here. Some notes from that day. This was when I rewatched, oh no, I'm not gonna remember the name. That one really cool Team Fortress movie. You know the one. I'm gonna put like a thumbnail or something on screen so you know what's going on. It was amazing, and I had to draw some of the stills from the movie because I was losing my shit. Gary again. Gary. Some concepts for Gary in the Deltarune project that I have. I needed to make like a big kaiju final boss battle thing for him, so designing that. This was for my graduation. I could not care less, I just wanted to draw. Then I think this was after graduation, somewhere around that time, because I just bought a bunch of candy because I wanted to celebrate. This is Absalom. This is Absalom. I love Absalom so much. You're gonna see a bunch of him later. Doodles. This was also during July, so Art Fight was going on, so that's why I wasn't drawing as much on my sketchbook. I was just like powering through stuff digitally, but still some stuff. This was when I went out with a friend of mine to bubble tea place, like take a break and talk about Art Fight a little bit. Steve and Gary, Absalom, just mwah, Absalom. I love Absalom. More like a week later, I picked up the sketchbook again because I was out with friends and I wanted to doodle while we were eating and talking. Steve, Gary, and like some Wally heyoo, just Steve and Gary. I love them so much. Steve with different haircuts because he's cute. The continuation from the last page, again, just trying to like use some stickers that I don't normally use, just plastering them down here. We went to a Chinese buffet place, so they're eating ramen, or I don't remember if it was like a Chinese or whatever. Or them. More Gary, Steve, Gary and Steve. This is Soul. He has a quote from that one song that appeared in Nope, because I think it would fit his character a lot. More Steve, he's going through something, that's okay. Me and my friend going to that bubble tea place again. It was closing down. It was like the closing down party, so we went there to like pay respects to one of our favorite hangout places, which was really nice. The Book of Bill came out. A lot of stuff was happening in my life around this time, so I didn't have the time or energy to draw, so I just doodled very like carelessly, bunch of bills, If you read the book, you know where these are from. More doodles. I tried doodling while I was on the train, but I got really sick because motion sickness, so I stopped. Trying out something I like to do, which is drawing with ballpoint pens and then going with like a clear alcohol marker or like a blender. Hold on, my dog is here. Okay, I'm back. I don't remember where I was. Oh, right. Some like little experiments I like doing with ballpoint pens and alcohol blenders, because ballpoint pens bleed a lot, and if you add alcohol on top of it, they bleed so much that they practically just like cover a whole page in ink. So all these like little blending stuff and you see here, like this was all done with a ballpoint pen and an alcohol blender. But, like, it looks great and I love doing it. I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine with a friend, so I drew Arsonas as the characters. Was not doing great here, so we're gonna skip it. I was not doing great at all here. As you can see, this page is fucking barren, so we're gonna skip it again. I went to a plant place here next to where I live. It was really fine, a little breather. Then the next day I went to a pool, so I drew Steve and Gary at a pool because they're really cute. More Steve and Gary. This is Cherry, which is maybe their daughter that I don't draw too often because she's dubiously canon. Gary and Steve as Bill Cipher and Ford because everyone was drawing human Bill Cipher again, which was such a throwback. And since I cannot get rid of my NOCs, I just wanted to draw Gary as Bill Cipher, which worked wonders. I love how this turned out. He just looks so shape. Like, the whole page just turned out really well. Like, the washi tape and the stickers and like this is like all these like little weird textured stars. That's again like alcohol on top of like store receipts, because like some chemical stuff happens there, and depending on the paper, some receipts turn blue, some turn black, some like lose the black parts they had printed on them, which is insane, and it gives off for like a lot of like cool textures you can do. So now you will see like a lot of like receipts glued onto pages because it gives like that great texture. McDonald's, some plants, more Steve and Gary. If you haven't noticed, they're my comfort characters now. More Steve and Gary, Steve, Absalom. I don't know a lot about American culture. I just found this like poem because a friend of mine really likes Wanseler stuff. And when they saw this, they said, oh, that's like a poem we use here to like when people graduate. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But it was just like a cute little accident thing that happened. More Ben, but he's human. Bunch of stickers. I watched Space Odyssey again. I love Hal. And I drew him as Gary, and because of course Steve is here as well. This design was actually later used for an animation assignment for some friends of mine who still are in college. And they had to animate the story about like AI taking over the world, and they actually like really like this design, and they're giving me credit as like character designer in the movie, which is insane. I took a break, the lighting is changing because the day is going by. That's okay, we're just gonna power through it. This was supposed to be like an heyoo version of a Friends of Sea that we were working on. Later on, this ended up becoming like its own character, so I took him out of the fandom and then I like redesigned him a little bit, turned into like an OC now. Wait, this is gonna be funky. More Steve and Gary as Ford and Bill Cipher because I could not get over Gary's design. He looks so handsome. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Here we go. They're just really cute. I love them. Also, this highlighter is like really strong. I'm kind of shocked. Okay, that one character who I said was schmuck, but now isn't. This is the one. His name is Thang. Like thing, but with an A. He's like supposed to be an office worker who fell in love with their boss, and because the relationship was really bad, they got turned into this like big, weird Decora office creature who's like the guard dog of the place now. And that's pretty much it. They're very like Decora office weirdcore coded, and I like that because I'd never had like a character with those vibes before, so it was just like really fun to experiment with him. I also went out with friends today, that day, and I got, what did I get? But little pet shop, earrings and a ring and a pin. That's cool. Good for you, Maggie. More schmuck from you. More Steve, it looks beautiful. More Gary also looks beautiful. And more Absalom. Again, if you see like the weird black texture here, kinda. That's like alcohol markers on top of the receipt. They just make that effect. It's really fucking funny. This is Sol. I love Sol. He's one of the secondary antagonists in the Deltarune thing I'm doing right now. He's a pharmacist, so he's a shopkeeper, but he actually gives you a lot of like tasks and like little side quests to do that have to do with the whole story that I'm making. And I love him because his design is really fucking funny. He's just funky, and I wanted to doodle him a little bit. I cut my hair, and I kept a little braid. Kind of stuck on what to do with these pages, so we skipping it. This practically became just 2 pages I accidentally skipped during the sketchbook, and now they're just like random doodles and trash pages, so you have like candy wrappers and like fruit stickers and stuff I found on the floor, and like residual sticker stuff, so we just glued it down here. More Steve and Gary because they're beautiful. They're just really cute. Someone said Gary reminded them of Pitch Black from Rise of the Guardians. I think that's the name of it. And I could not think about it more than enough. So I drew him as Pitch and then Steve as Sandman because it legitimately just worked. I went and watched Beetlejuice, the second movie. I have never watched the first one. I felt really out of place. The movie was fine. I liked it. I get that I didn't get a lot out of it because I'm not the big fan. But it did lead me to watching the old cartoon series, which I loved. It was really goofy, and that design is something I like a lot more. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog in the back. So I drew Gary and Steve in the style of the show as well. And then I just drew like Beetlejuice from the cartoon. Hold on, look at this. He floats around! How cool is that? More Beetlejuice. More stuff with them. My dog is outside. My dog wants to eat, but it's not time yet. So yeah, Beetlejuice, bunch of them. More Beetlejuice. This was like, I guess it's like the cartoon design, just my art style. Just a bunch of like washi tapes and like acrylic pen doodles and stickers. Just sketching a lot because I really like his design and I wanted to do something funny with like some of the green and purple stuff that I have, a little bit of yellow as well. And this washi tape with stripes was just like very Tim Burton in general, so you know we put that there as well. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. This was another heyoo that we made on accident. It's Steve. Hold on. Steve as Beetlejuice and Ben as Lydia. Because they do have that kind of like goofy, weird uncle and weird little child relationship. So I just did like a whole design for Steve as Beetlejuice, which I am in love with. By the way, I still draw him to this day. And just like getting rid of like a lot of like trash and doodles with water markers and stuff like that. This was when I went to Spain for Japan weekend, which is a big convention in there. I spent a lot of money, but it was all for cool stuff, so I'm very proud of myself. Just we went to a Chinese restaurant, some guy who cosplayed Pyro. I took a picture with them, they gave us their card. This was like the transports card we used. This was from some drink I had there. This was a sticker I found on the floor. This was like a little package. Someone didn't have like paper bags to put like their stickers in. So they made bags out of like journal paper, and I thought that was so cute, so I glued it here. This was a lovely Spanish artist who was there, who had their sketchbook out for people to flip through. So I, with their permission of course, I drew a little Sona in their sketchbook, I think, and I let them draw in mine as well. So they're really cool. You should totally go check them out. I'll put like their ad bigger on screen so you can go check them out. Again, Japan weekend. I'm sure this is like the map from the place. Just big things for our tickets. You can't use them anymore, the show's over. Some washi tape I got there. This was actually from an artist from my country who was also there. And we talked a little bit and I got some washi tape from them because their washi tape is really cute. I think I got this from a friend or found it on the floor. So I drew Beetlejuice Steve with that Pokemon, the chunk, okay? This was when, okay, as I said, I graduated college with a degree in like animation and illustration. When classes started again, I was called by one of my teachers to give like a little talk to the people in the first year. And I was explaining like, hey, here's how I did my finals project, here's my creative process and stuff like that. And while that was going on, I was passing around my sketchbook because I wanted people to see it. And I left this page open for people to like draw in there. So All of this is like from kids who were there, who were like drawing their sonas or like just little stupid doodles, and they were really, really cute. And I hope they're doing well. More band. This was a scene from that heyoo project thing I said I was working on. This was watercolors on top of receipts, still with like the alcohol markers here. This looks so good and it feels so good because it like the texture. I love this one. More Pokemon cards. Also, if anyone is wondering, these are fake, okay? They're fake cards. I collect all of the cards, fake and real ones, because to me they are like glorified prints. I just want to collect them because the illustrations are cute and because they're shiny, and I have Magpie Brain. More pen, more highlighter, stars, and leftover sticker sheets, stuff like that. This was when Silent Hill 2 came out, the remake. I was trying to draw James and Maria. Didn't turn out so great, it's okay. We take the L sometimes. This was like an alternate design for Absalom. I wanted to doodle because I don't doodle him very often. And I was also trying out these like highlighters I got because like, hold on, look at this. This is like a highlighter, so you can just like take one out and just sketch. That is so cute. So I was trying them out. They're actually like pretty decent, so you're gonna see them a lot later. Eating pussy, perhaps. I bought a stapler. Hold on. She's pink, and I glued googly eyes on her, which is really cute. I wasn't doing well, as one can see, but you know, it happens. Some sketch for an enemy for that project I never ended up finishing. Just wanted to like use stickers and washi tape again. More Gary and Steve because I love drawing them. Also, if you like recognize some of these poses and stuff like that, I do get a lot of my references from Pinterest. That being like actual poses people draw as like reference for drawings for other people. Fan art from like completely different fandoms that I'm not into. I'm like, if it looks good, I will try to emulate it. I don't keep track of people, but you know, like I'm just like drawing from my roughly the same pose, so I think it's fine. Kissies is offering flowers because they're really cute. I got these stickers from Japan Weekend as well. I don't like Hell of a Boss. This was a freebie and it fit the color scheme, so we're keeping him here. I got another trash page, popcorns, lollipops. I went to do blood analysis this day, and they're like the pharmacy which we went to had like these really cool cards with like a heart and like little blood thingies, so I just glued that here. And I drew a little pen and a dress because he's really pretty. This was when I went back to college because a friend of mine realized, hey, there's someone here who also is like crazy for Beetlejuice, you wanna like meet them? And we met and we are besties now. I'm gonna leave their ad on screen. They drew just their own like little version of like Beetlejuice. They are also like a really big fan of the cartoon series. I drew Beetlejuice Steve as well, them interacting because it's goofy. This was like paper that was glued on like, I think it was a Collage's like elevator that I peeled off and just glued on my sketchbook because we do that sometimes. Oh, this was really cute. Okay, as I was coming back from college, like to take the train home, I passed by a pharmacy because I had to pick up some medication, and I'm pretty sure this was like someone's child who was just there, and she was like handing out like prints, like printed shit, and I like, this is like a signature, like this was just some kid who was handing out like printed drawings that she did, and I was like, you know what, I'm really proud of you. So I keep it religiously on my sketchbook because I'm like, hey, maybe this will be worth a lot of money someday. But also, that is just like wholesome. I could not in good faith just like throw this away, come on. Mudang sticker someone gave me, leftover stickers, and I got around to it. I love mouthwashing. Mouthwashing is really, really good. I hate this guy for obvious reasons, but he was also really, really fun to draw, and I needed to clear my watercolors palette, like little leftover paint mixtures. Most of them like did fit with the character's color, so I just went with it. Bunch of stickers. This is censored. Steve and Gary. I went to Burger King apparently. I went to see The Phantom of the Opera. This was my first ever experience with Broadway. We don't have Broadway here, and I think they finally decided to come over to this side of the pond, and they brought with them Phantom of the Opera, which was insane. I love that musical so much, but I never got to see it, because musicals aren't really, like, famous here, so we don't have a lot of them. But it was such, like, an experience. I love it so much. I hope to one day have the money to see more of them. Gary and Steve as the Phantom and the lady, I'm sorry, the lady from the Phantom of the Opera, you know it. More stuff, more like random trash, Steve. I went to college again and I saw that one Beetlejuice person, just doodles of my Sona, stuff like that. Probably had dominoes that day. Just a bunch of Garys, I want to draw them again. And I was really focused on like that one, Where's My Jewel song from this person. It was just really goofy. A friend of mine showed it to me and I got immediately obsessed because it's just really goofy. And I had to draw Gary with like some of that lyrics, I suppose. Fake Pokemon cards, I think. This one's fake, I think this one's actually real. Gary and Swatch, because Swatch is also in the heyoo. Just trying to think of like how I want to get their relationship down. This was supposed to be Gary as Frankenfurt from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I hate how the arms turned out, so we're not going to look at it. This is my it was also Halloween, by the way. This is my Sona. This is my previous Sona that I used when I was like 12 or 13. I just want to draw them together as like a little comfort piece. Stuff I got from college. I was unhappy because something happened. Like I saw someone not treating their children right and I was just very mad about it. More me, more of my Sona with the same sweater, just doodles. I was going through all my Halloween candy. It was just chocolates. Steve and Gary, just them. This was Anyaki, which is a local convention place that I really like. Sticker I found on the floor. Pokemon card I found on the floor. It was also like, since my birthday was like the next day, a lot of people were just like giving me birthday gifts right now. So I got just a bunch of stuff from like my friends and stickers and like washi tape, and they were just really cute and I love you all very much. This was when I got home after the convention, but I was really tired, so I couldn't do much. You know, just basic sketches. This was on my birthday, and as you can see, I started watching a certain series, and everyone guessed who my favorite character from that series was, and we're not gonna talk about it much more. Gary and Steve. This is my friend who owns Steve and Schmuck. We're friends, and I love them very much. They're very sweet. And I was feeling really shitty on my birthday, as per usual, so I just drew our Sonas hanging out together as like a little comfort. Also, I went to the hospital. More like basic sketches. I was trying to figure out who my characters would be if they were Pokemon. So Gary was gonna be either a Darkrai or a Grimmsnarl. I'm not gonna read all of these, because obviously I don't know how to pronounce these names, but they're here if you want to look at them. More Gary. My red pen died that day, and I got really upset because I love my red ballpoint pens. They were very juicy. These were all doodle requests from Instagram, because I was trying to finish the sketchbook, so I was just powering through doodle requests. So we have Discord and Fluttershy. We have Jinx and Silco from Arcane. I think this was like a human version for... Oh my god, that one Sanrio character. I really love her. Usahana. That's her name, Usahana. Also Gary with Silco, because the only reason people thought I would like Silco was because Gary looks a lot like him, and since Gary's trans, he's just like, you know, you can join in on the fun. Stuff I never went to. I was feeling down, so I locked in. This is Gary and Steve dressing up as him and Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls, and I just went ham on this one. Like, look at that. What the fuck? What the hell? This is pretty decent. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just really like this page. I went with a friend to IKEA to get stuff. And we were putting together furniture, and it was just like two queer people putting together furniture. And I don't know what my gender is, but it was giving me a lot of envy, and I was really happy with it. This is me trying out like a bottle of glue I found that sucked at being glue, but could be used as like a really good glossy cover on pages. So I was trying out to see, like, since it's still water-based glue, it would probably smudge some stuff, so I was trying to see what it would smudge. And of course some stuff got really damaged, others not at all. So I use this a lot now to cover especially like pencil doodles and stuff like that, because it's really good, it's really nice. More Deltarune characters doodles. We have Ben, Saul, and Gary again. More Swatch, more Gary. This is Saul before he got his face fucked with acid. That's what happened to him. I wanted to draw him before all that happened to see how his design would look like. More Gary, Steve and Gary, Steve again, Jinx from the chips package, I think. Also Vi from the same bag of chips. We have Curly, we have Frankenhooker, a lot of like Overwatch stickers a friend of mine gave me. Wait, is it Overwatch or Fortnite? Clearly, I don't play games well enough to know where all of these are from, but I didn't have anywhere else to put them, so I just put them here. Frankenfurt again, and Human Ben. I was just trying to power through my sketchbook at this time because I was getting really tired of it. But just a bunch of like small, quick portraits with washi tape and watercolors as the back. Just a bunch of like doodles of my Sona as memes I found on Pinterest, on top of like receipts. I love this page! Hold on! I love this page a lot. I just went ham with it. Hold on! Like a spreadsheet of Absalom, some old stickers I had, and like I went so hard with the sticker game on this one. Like look at this shit. Every piece of this is covered in doodles and stickers and washi tape, like everything. It looks so good. I'm so proud of this. Mwah. More doodles. I was upset at something. Silco. I bought a candle. It was a really tiny candle. It was only like a 12-hour burn, but it's really good. I need to get a bigger sized one. This was Kurumi for like a little keychain pack my mom got me, so I just cut out the illustration and put it here. I was burning out at this point. I was like so tired, so I started like filling just pages with like little shibis of some of my OCs. This is Gary and Ben. This is White Neo from my Sonic era. This is Beast and Isaac that are like bendy characters. Just my little Sona here. Not much to this page. And we reached the end. It's a little lackluster, but we know we do that sometimes. This was like a little idea I had with Steve and Gary. That they just like, they sleep together, and Gary and Steve really likes to hear Gary's voice, so they do a little session sometimes to keep each other company. And that was the end of it. I was just really tired of the sketchbook, and because it was getting really heavy, I used to keep like stickers and trash here to glue later, but that is all of it. That's the whole like book. Wait, hold on. Might as well show like the back, I suppose. Stickers. This is the only like artist sticker I have here. I'm gonna try to find their at. If not, I'm sorry. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching if you've made it this far. I am doing Sketchbook 36 right now. Hold on, I'm gonna show it to you. This is number 36. It's still like really in the beginning, but there's a lot of cool stuff here you can see. I just like do a little flip through. You don't get much more than that. Maybe when I finish this one, oh Jesus Christ. When I finish this one, I'll try to make another sketchbook tour, because now I have a better setup and I can just go off on these. And this is a lot of fun to do. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Follow, like, do all that cool YouTube stuff. If you want to find my socials, I'm on these platforms right now, where I'm most active. And please drop a like and comment if comments don't get blocked again this time. We're gonna fight for it. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!